this one. These teams have incredibly strong passing games.
Yes, they do, B.A. Some great basketball minds on both teams who can just pick you apart with their playmaking. I'm sure they won't make it easy on each other.
So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard in the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. Edwards can't hit.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
George outside. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Defense throws everything at George, but he persists and finds a shot.
You know, thinking about the Clippers' history, those Lob City days really stand out, Smitty.
Yes, B.A., one of the most fun eras in recent NBA history. Blake and DeAndre throwing down alley-oops from CP3. That team had their own style, attitude. I love watching that Lob City group play.
Now here's McDaniels. Pass to Russell. Back to Daniels. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That falls. Nice assist by Russell.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
Leonard outside. Morris outside. McDaniels against Leonard. Over McDaniels. Here's Zubac. Another shot. And that's 2 points on the layup.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Outside for Russell. Back to Edwards. From deep. And stolen by Leonard. George against Edwards. George's shot is off. Now Russell. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Towns. Back to Russell. And there's the foul. It's on even to Zubac. That's his first foul of the game. Russell against Zubac. Here's Gobert. It's hauled in by the Clippers. It's George on the wing. For the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far.
Long and athletic, PG-13 is a terror when he reaches the cup.
A true utility player, Smitty. Marcus Morris brings a diverse skill set to the court.
He does. Marcus is a hard-nosed, gritty defender who can play either forward spot or even center at times. Plus, he's a reliable scorer and a solid three-point shooter.
Wow, what a forceful drive by Towns. Going hard at the hoop and picking up a good foul along the way. You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves. Recording their second winning season since 2005. Getting on track for future success.
Leonard outside. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
You can see the work Kawhi has put into his ball handling. He gets separation almost any time he wants.
What do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game. But I think it's really the intangibles. Building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
Now here's Russell. Pass to Gobert. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Woo, the whole arena felt packed. Towns could just be merciless on offense.
Here's George. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Man, good whistle there.
He hits the second from the line.
In terms of offense, the Clippers have been up and down in recent years. When they're healthy, they're dangerous. When they're not, it's a struggle.
Now here's McDaniels. Towns for 3. It's rebounded by George.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Pass to Leonard. Kicks it to George. Fires the three. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And Spydi with the Clippers, it shows how important depth is to an NBA offense.
Yeah, you know this. It's great to have a powerful first unit. But if your second unit can't carry its weight, it's a fragile situation.
Here's George. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. Into the lane. And the jam by George.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
McDaniels passes to Russell. Outside McDaniels. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter here. Doesn't go for him. And George with some nice D. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. With the second effort.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
And the first one at the line is good.
In my opinion, one of the most talented two-way players of this generation. Paul George has stayed humble throughout his success and has shown that he is willing to do whatever it takes to win.
Pass to Towns. It's McDaniels on the wing. Off target from three-point range. Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for Los Angeles. He had solid production this quarter with score. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers guys.
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Russell in at the 1 spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Kicks it out to Jackson. Kept alive.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that.
Back to Edwards. To the middle. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
This is why Gobert shoots a high percentage. He understands how to carve out room inside and finish.
Puts it up. Gets some space and parries the jumper. George has got 10 points. Well, Grant, every team is looking for that perfect 5 on the floor, that magical lineup. In your mind, is that synonymous with small ball?
I think it is, B.A. I mean, having players that can play small, can switch on defense, obviously play multiple positions on the offensive end. It's just a combination, when executed properly, could be a nightmare for the opponent.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. While Paul George has certainly endured his share of criticism in the past, he said, quote, "I can't worry about that. It comes with the job. I am who I am. They can judge me on what they want. I'm going to go out there and hoop and give it everything I've got." And guys, he brings a lot to the table.
No question. He is elite, Allie. Thank you. Outside Edwards. Towns a screen on George. Outside for Russell. Pass to McDaniels. Off the left rim and out. The Clippers in the lead. Leonard outside. Kicks it to George. The 3 is up. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. George has got 7 now in this quarter.
He's been doing this a long time. George can hurt you from outside, inside, and everywhere in between.
Here's Russell. And then Russell with the dunk.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
No good that time. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Here's George. And he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 17.
It's one of those nights where George's number has been called time after time.
Outside Edwards. Second shot opportunity. McDaniels finds Edwards. Now Gobert. Clock at 6. And Gobert with the stuff.
You see how seriously Gobert takes rebounding, just getting after it. Great activity. Coming off his third All-Star performance, it's easy to say Rudy Gobert is one of the best centers in the league.
Leonard passes to Jackson. Crafty move. The offensive rebound. Morris outside. Tries again. Out to Leonard. 4-3. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. 5 points in the game. And Spydi, no question, Gobert, one of the best bigs we have in the league right now.
You're right, B.A. The reason why 3 consecutive All-Star appearances. He's led the league in field goal percentage multiple times. And he's a block machine.
Here's Russell. Got a hand on it. They get it back. On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on a 12-4 run. Morris outside. Pass to George. Beyond the arc. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Oh, Leonard with the block. Morris finds Leonard. Back to Morris. And the dunk by Leonard.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Paul George has been sensational.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
So, on the floor for the Clippers, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court, and it's Jackson in at point guard. Here's Towns, and he hits the jump shot. Towns has got 7 points.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Jackson on the wing. Leonard outside. From about 16, and it's off the back of the rim, no good.
And that's okay. Even though you missed, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Towns passes to Gobert. Oh, George with a steal. Here's Leonard. Leonard can't get that one to fall.
Ooh, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. Pass to McLaughlin. Here's Noel. Powell covers. Here's Prince. Here's Noel. Off target from outside. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Powell finds Wall. Minnesota with a rebound. And here's the fast break. Pass to Reed. Sinks that one from the post. Reed's got his first 2 points.
Beautiful offense, unselfish play, sharp pass by Prince.
Oh, deflected. Here's Noel. Powell covers. Back to Noel. Here's McLaughlin. Here's Noel. Powell covers. Powell against Anderson. Just 5 on the clock. Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
Now here's Wall. He's guarded closely. It's tipped. And they're pushing it up. Pass to Reed. Outside Anderson. Here's McLaughlin. Here's Prince. And the layup falls.
Smart play by Prince. Attack the interior of this defense. Force them to close off the lane.
Now here's Wall. Defense is right there. Hangs in the air. Trying to get back on track. And he sinks the layup.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the league and the world have endured tremendous challenges in recent years. Commissioner Silver said, quote, "We found a way to keep going under very difficult circumstances. It required enormous diligence. To keep playing throughout the pandemic, we are particularly proud of that." Brian?
Hey, the show must go on. Thanks, Allie. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Standing at 6'4", Wall is a big point guard. That size along with his handles help him operate inside.
And the second free throw is good. The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Pass to Prince. Here's Noel from outside the arc. The rebound by Mann. 1:02 left in the third. And Wall gets double teamed. Oh, got a piece of it. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Pass to Reed. To the paint. Here's Prince. And here's Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants. Keeps the ball moving.
Outside Wall. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. And the Clippers will go for a different look here. Zubats, he's checked in for Batum. Morris comes in for Covington. Leonard's checked in for Mann. And it's Paul George in for Powell. The kick out to Edwards. Off target with the 3.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Towns with the ball. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in control with a 16-point advantage heading into... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards, and it's McDaniels in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup from Minnesota. Towns against Morris. Outside Russell. Now here's Towns. He's covered closely. Goes back up. The Clippers grab the miss. Morris has got 4 rebounds in the game. Jackson outside. Leonard left side. Cans it from the wing. And the Clippers lead by 20.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
And they'll get another chance. The rebound by Jackson. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Shoots from the baseline. Hits the front of the rim and out. The Timberwolves have got none of their shots to go in this final quarter. 0 for 4. Here's Gobert. He's good with a little jumper in close.
This is where size matters. No one's stopping Gobert on that shot.
George outside. Takes a 3. He's off on that one. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
McDaniels passes to Towns. Jackson against Russell. Edwards for 3. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Edwards got himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Now here's George. 3-pointer. Can't get it to go. Now 9 for 15. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. McDaniels passes to Towns. Outside Russell. Takes the 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now. Leonard against McDaniels. Leonard's got room. And again, no good by the Clippers. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the 4th. Not great. Towns with the ball. And it's Leonard picking him up. Russell finds Towns. Now here's McDaniels to the right side. Russell from outside. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 5 rebounds in the game. Leonard for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting just 35% from the floor. Pass to Towns. Here's McDaniels. It's good.
Yeah, just a solid passer. Towns relishes his role as leader of this team, wanting to set up his teammates.
Leonard outside. A minute 15 left in the 4th quarter. Morris passes to Jackson to the inside. And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Time for the fans now to celebrate a win for the Clippers.
Well, I have to comment on their strong performance tonight at the charity stripe.
And it might have won them the game. The ability to draw fouls and capitalize can be a real difference maker.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Paul George.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
Leonard against Gobert. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. And the Clippers lead by 15.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Now Los Angeles with it. They've allowed just 7 points here in the 4th. Pass to Jackson. Back to Leonard. Jackson with it. Guarded by Russell. So it's the Clippers winning this one easily. All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Steve.
The starting lineup for the visit.
And Greg, you were talking about this. What you appreciate about this matchup, the team first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish, and we're going to see guys moving the ball. And Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Brooks in at the 3. Now here's Brooks. Kicks to Morant. A three-pointer off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Russell. Lays it up off the glass.
An active competitor, Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
Russell against Morant. He gets that one.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there. In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdown.
Hey, Greg, talking about the great Ja Morant, this guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Ja's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy can do anything.
Now, here's Bain. To the miss from Karl Anthony Towns.
What a pass from Morant. He does a terrific job staying alert, seeking out the right opportunities to get his teammates involved.
And there's the pass to McDaniels. The kick out to Towns. Russell with it. He's picked up by Morant. Russell passes to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
And all of that size rolling there after that screen. Gobert moves now with such confidence when in the pick and roll.
Now here's Morant. Jackson in the corner. Passes it to Bain. Out to Morant. 6 to shoot. From outside, off the mark. Memphis moving it around. Jackson against Towns. Bain passes to Jackson. from outside the arc. And Desmond Bane with the three. Bane's got 6.
The team-first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
Russell passes to Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Back to Edwards. Reverses, and he lays it up and in.
And how about the recognition by Gobert? I mean, of course, it does help when you're 7 feet like Rudy. It can give you a clean view of the court.
Now here's Morant. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
One word you always hear the Grizzlies players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals.
Here's Russell following the score by Memphis. Towns kicks to Russell. Here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stop.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
Morant passes to Brooks. Outside, Bane. Lays it up and banks it in. 8 points for him.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Outside, Edwards. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on Jaren Jackson.
And this is Edwards' game. When he's aggressive and trying to score, it really puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
At the line for 2.
And Edwards drops them both. 51 seconds left in the first quarter. Morant against Russell. Morant passes to Brooks. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Brooks. Timberwolves trail by 3. Outside Edwards. Now here's McDaniel. T right on him. And it's Memphis on the break.
Second team foul.
24 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Brooks. Back to Morant. And it's Morant missing. Edwards drives in. And Edwards with the stop.
You can't let Edwards get in the lane. Outstanding at using that burst of speed on the drive.
Desmond Bane getting it done for Memphis. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the Grizzlies so far?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, they're putting pressure on all the ball handlers, getting into the passing lanes and showing great anticipation.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. And it's Adams in at the center position.
The son of an NBA vet, Jaren is used to contact.
Richard, you played before and after the emergence of social media. How does that affect, in your opinion, the players these days in that very uncharted world?
Well, it's a beautiful thing because players now understand that they are a brand. Social media has helped them build a brand, and so now you have the ability to connect with your fans in a positive way. And for me, that is a great thing for this league because the players are doing a great job with it.
But you'd probably agree, you got to use it correctly and not stray to the dark side, right?
Yeah, no, stay away from the dark side.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Morant kicks to Bain. Buries the long-range jumper. Bain's got the lead up to 6 now for the Grizzlies.
It's just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Edwards dishes to Gobert, and so it looks like the Timberwolves will take possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Shot clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Russell. And the rejection by Jackson. Morant passes to Bain. Adams with it. Now defended by Gobert. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Morant looking around. Right side Jackson. 6 to shoot. Memphis moving that ball around. Towns knocks it away.
And when it's his focus, Towns is a very good shot blocker, both on ball and as a help defender.
Outside Russell. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Brooks, the pass to Bain. Back to Brooks. Adams trying to free himself up. Another shot. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
First personal foul.
Have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, if you pull players on who they think is the strongest guy in the league, I'm pretty sure Team Adams would be a top pick.
Towns kicks to Edwards. They need this. And the rejection by Jackson. Now the pass to Bain. And the rejection by Towns. Morant outside. On the wing, Jackson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And for Adams, his strength makes him difficult, but you can deal with it.
Oh, yeah, it's the absolute truth. He sets some of the hardest screens in the league. And he's been one of, if not the best offensive rebounders for over the last decade. Look, it takes multiple people to box out that large unit.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Russell from long range. Doesn't go for it. And Memphis the other way now. To the inside. Stolen by McDaniels. Here's Edwards. And he makes good on the layup. Edwards got 10 points in the game.
Agile move off the contact by Edwards, getting to his shot despite the difficult defense.
Jackson finds Bain. Outside for Jackson. Connects from 3-point range. Jackson's got 6 points in the quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
They grab their own miss. Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
54 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
This is it to McDaniels. Gobert down low. Adams defending. Not as good, and the Memphis lead's cut down to 10 on the bucket from Gobert.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Back to Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Showing off that for Morant attacks the basket with just such intensity. There's not much any defense can do with it.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Russell passes to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Morant kicks to Bain. Back to Morant. Lets it go. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. All right, thank you, David. Folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see. Third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Not only does he have solid defensive instincts, he just plays extremely hard. And I know people might not realize this, but that is a skill, and it is very difficult for the opposition. It is a recipe for disaster.
Anderson is out there with Reed. And it's Taurean Prince. And it's McLaughlin in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Pass to Clark. And Clark slams it in.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Minnesota again turning it over. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Jones, the pass to Williams. He feeds it to Clark. Back to Williams. Pass to Conchar. Got it. Good job in the low post. Conchar's got the lead up to 14 now for Memphis. Minnesota shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. The pass to Noel. Now here's Reed. He's covered by Clark. Noel passes to Reed. And there's a whistle. That goes on John Conchar. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. McLaughlin doesn't get it to drop for him. Good work defensively by Jones.
And how about the impact that Green has on his teammates?
He's been doing it for over a dozen years. A 3-point specialist and a starter for the majority of his career. Great veteran presence for them to have in the locker room.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
Passes to Prince. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Minnesota shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Outside, Green. Pass to Williams. It's stolen. Prince, right side. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse. Prince has got 5 points now this quarter.
And how about the move he made there to come up and get himself clear in the lane for the deuce?
Pass to Conchar. Offensive rebound. Anderson with the block. Here's Noel. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Reed the pass to McLaughlin. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. The pass to Reed. Rebound by Williams. And it's Jones with the ball for the Grizzlies. Outside Williams. Passes it to Concho. He dishes it to Clark. And it's Clark slamming it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Prince with it. Guarded now by Clark. Here's Noel. Here's Prince. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Prince has got 7.
He's got a knack for those putbacks, so you have to be aware of that defensively. Get a body on him.
Jones, the pass to Clark. Stolen by Reed. And he drives in, and he gets it to go.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
And the Grizzlies leading by 10. Outside, Jones. The feed to Williams. They kick it out to Green. 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And stolen by Prince. Here's McLaughlin. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show, as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Kicks it out to Jones. Here's Concho. He's got 5. The Grizzlies with another miss. It's picked off. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Looking good at this point, but what? And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
There wasn't a better pass in the game. Almost like he had a 6th sense.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So Memphis ends up going with the new group on the court for Memphis to start the fourth. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot. Crosses over, jams it in off the great move.
And you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
Russell dishes to Edwards. This one for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 4 assists in the game.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Jackson finds Morant. Clock at 6. Back to Jackson. That shot, no good. Towns with the defensive effort. Timberwolves trail by 7. Edwards inside, guarded by Bain. That's good from Edwards on the assist by Gobert.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Morant passes to Jackson. Not going to go that time.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. You've got to be a little embarrassed by that.
Edwards can't hit.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Taylor Jenkins just reviewed his plan with his team. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said, we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Still a little bit of a streak shooter. Morant has been deadly accurate tonight. Man.
Russell passes to Gobert. Timberwolves passing it around. Down low. It's stolen by Adams. Brooks, left side. Morant outside. To the middle. Here's Adams. And Adams with the slam.
He threw that one down. Adams, one of the fiercest competitors in the league.
Edwards dishes to Russell. Edwards against Morant. Edwards drives in. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And so Gobert will bring it up for Minnesota. 9-point game. Edwards inside. Jackson on him.
Putting that 7'5" wingspan to use. Jackson with great timing on the rejection.
Morant with it. Picked up by Edwards. Outside, Dane. Here's Brooks. Somehow misses the one-handed flush. The Timberwolves shooting the fourth quarter, not 30 down around 29%. 2 points, that one goes. Now that's 17 points for Anthony Edwards.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
The drive by Bain. Good, and the nice assist from Morant.
Ooh, he's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
Edwards passes to Russell. Back to Edwards. 1:06 left to play here in the fourth. That shot off.
Hey, look, I'm not going to lie here. That's a shot that he needs to be making. There are no excuses.
Jackson passes to Brooks. He kicks it to Adams. Now here's Morant for three. Unable to get that one. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. McDaniels finds Russell. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Steven Adams picks one up.
Yeah, easy call.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 8. And McDaniels drops them both. And so here's Memphis. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Brooks. 6 on the shot clock. On the wing, Bain. Misses off the right iron. And here is McDaniel. Lots of room. Out to Russell. And so the Grizzlies take the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See
On the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. And for the Clippers, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the one. Here's Zubats. We've got two conference rivals squaring off tonight, Grant. I'm sure both teams have been eagerly looking forward to this one.
Well, we always enjoy these rivalry matchups. I mean, facing a rival you've been battling in the rankings is always rewarding. And as a player, you get fired up and are ready to do whatever it takes to get the win.
Brooks with the rebound. Moran against Jackson. Brooks outside. Kicks it out to Jackson. 5 to shoot. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
What confidence from Jackson there. Just taking it right at the defense and overpowering them.
So it's the Clippers now. It's a three-point game. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
George passes to Leonard. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Jackson outside. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Clippers. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Last year, the Clippers finishing 8th in the West. However, they missed the playoffs, Doris.
Right, B.A., but keep in mind, they didn't have Kawhi for the entire season. No Paul George for most of the season. In fact, I thought Ty Lue did an incredible coaching job getting that team to the 8th spot. They just went on to lose 2 tough games in the play-in tournament.
So it's the Grizzlies now. The Clippers getting their last shot to go. And stolen by Morant. Deflected. George against Bain. Leonard on the wing. Over Brooks. Leonard finds Morris. And the three off target. For Memphis, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Brooks, the pass to Jackson. Right side, Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
And look at those moves in the post. And the smooth finish to go along with it.
Just excellent work around the rim. Now here's George. And George with the jam.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
Outside Morant. Outside Bain. Back to Morant. Pass to Adams. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jackson. Rebound by the Clippers. George outside. Here's the three. The shot no good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Here's Morant. Now here's Brooks. Pass to Adams. Outside for Morant. Back to Adams. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
As physical a player as there is in the entire NBA, Steven Adams putting the defense in a tough spot.
No good on the second free throw. The Clippers trail. In transition, here they come. Here's Jackson. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
As good a scorer as he is, we know that Paul George is not a ball stopper. Excellent decision right there. Boy, when we talk about those elite two-way threats, Paul George's name is certainly high on everyone's list.
Woo! When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive. No question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
And he gets the bucket. We know how dominant George can be on both ends of the floor, Doris.
Well, consider he's a great scorer, a three-level scorer, and then he's able to guard perimeter and post players. That combination of size, length, athleticism, he continues to be a major threat in this league.
Here's Brooks. The Clippers getting their last shot to go. Outside Bain, launches a three. Offensive rebound. And that one's drained from the low block.
We are talking about a big-time offensive rebounder, and Steven Adams unafraid to impose his will with that frame.
Now here's George. 20 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Morris passes to George. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to be on Dylan Brooks.
Push the action a little bit. Paul George right now challenging defenders to stop it.
George hits them both.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Morant with it. The crossover. There's the block. And they get it back.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. The Clippers on top, leading by a point. And we'll... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from the Clippers?
Well, I'm really loving their activity. I mean, they're contesting shots. They've really set a strong tone early.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
On the court right now for the Grizzlies. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Morant in at the 1 spot. And the basket by Bain.
Then put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
George. The shot, no good. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort. Memphis leading. Back to Morant. Pass to Adams. Tries again. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in the game. George passes to Morris. Back to George. Stolen by Jackson. Now here's Bain. Jackson outside. And the dunk by Jackson.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Brooks outside. Outside Bain. Back to Brooks. To the wing, right side. Morant, pass to Adams. Zubac with the steal. Leonard with the ball. Jackson in his pocket. Back to Leonard. And Morant clears the board.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
From deep, Bain. Adams, a pass to Moran. Left side, Bain. Stolen by Jackson. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Pass to Zubats. Stopped him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity to three-point play. It's going to be on Dylan Brooks. And nowadays, switchable defenders are in demand. But we see smaller guards like Chris Paul, Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet. Doris, these are very capable defenders.
They are, B.A. They also happen to be very prideful competitors. So undersized guards take offense when you try to post them up. And the players you just mentioned, IQ, toughness, and heart, they all enter the equation.
Leonard passes to George. Out to Leonard. Clock at 6. And the dunk by Leonard.
The defense had nothing for Kawhi Leonard. Nice jam.
Timeout call, Memphis.
Timeout call for Memphis.
Memphis trailing here. Outside Morant. Looking to win the run. And then Morant with the dunk.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Here's George. Out to Leonard. Pass to Zubats. Back to Leonard. Just 4 to shoot. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Clippers?
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
You've also got to love how their defense has been contesting so far, denying shooters to this point.
Jackson gets the bucket.
We've watched Morant get so good at this, instinctively spots the opening and feeds a really good shooter.
Jackson, the pass to George. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself. And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Leonard outside. Jackson outside. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Count it. And it's Morris with the assist.
Well, Reggie Jackson has got the willingness to convert on the interior. Nice touch right there.
Jackson against Morant. Inside. Ooh, Morris with a steal. Tipped. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Clippers ahead. They lead by a bucket. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thanks, guys. I'm joined with Coach Taylor Jenkins. What's the focus as you look forward to the second half?
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball. Got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been one outstanding game from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Wall and Powell are the backcourt duo. Terrence Mann is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Batum in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
For 3, Powell. Clippers keep it alive. Left side Wall. Second shot opportunity. That one a little long.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
Jones, the pass to Williams. Here's Conchar. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Ball, no good. Memphis leading. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Since the break, it feels like an entirely new game.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
Here's Wall. And he banks in the layup.
We're talking 6'3", 210 pounds. John Wall's frame deceptive at the lead guard position. Interior scoring is not an issue.
Jones, the pass to Clark. And the ball out of play. The Clippers will have it. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Outside Wall. Pass to Batum. No one near him. It's rebounded by Memphis.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
On the wing, Jones. Boy, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Williams. Now off the inbound. Outside, Green. Shot clock at 6.
LA foul. Terrence Mann. First personal foul. Second team foul.
The Clippers on D. They trail by 3. On the wing, Jones. 6 to shoot. Uses the glass on the layup.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
The Clippers have gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Here's Wall. The shot no good. Now Memphis takes it the other way.
2 minutes remaining.
Right side Green. The 3. Now pulls it in. The Clippers shooting pretty well at 45%.
Well, when you consider if you're trying to guard Norman Powell, the first thing you have to worry about that quick first step. And he uses that first step with a combination of aggression and acceleration. And boy, he can get by you in a hurry.
Here's Green. It's tipped and stolen by Covington.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And the free throw, no good. And you talk about Powell's athleticism. Doris, he is fearless on his drives to the bucket.
I don't want to meet him at the cup, BA, because he could put you on a poster fast. And on the other end of the floor, he's got the wingspan and athleticism to make any assignment something he is capable of handling. You know, he could have looked to score that himself, but in this particular instance, the advantage is playing inside out.
Pass to Conchar. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Green with the ball. Guarded by Batum. Pass to Clark. Deflects the pass. And that'll be Memphis' ball as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies able to keep possession here. And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. from the inbound. And the dunk by Jackson.
And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
George's shot is off.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Here's Jackson. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. And it's a 9-point Memphis lead.
Among the best passers in the league, Morant finds open teammates.
Here's George. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Outside Morant. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Grizzlies out in front. They lead by 6. And time for a short break. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Well, Los Angeles shooting around 44%. Not bad. On the court for Memphis to start the 4th. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the 5. Here's George. Tipped. Morant against Jackson. And Morant with the basket on the assist by Brooks.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
George outside. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Outside Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. Jacks up a 3. It doesn't go for him. And Los Angeles the other way now. George passes to Leonard. We played just over a minute here in the 4th. And he drives in. Kicks it out to Jackson. Fires from deep. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard.
Well, the ability to catch and shoot. The rising fire from Reggie Jackson on point.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And I'm sure the players will be staying hydrated with some Gatorade during this timeout. It's so important that they maximize their ability to recharge during a short break like this. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Taylor Jenkins had to say to his team. He told his squad to pour on the gas, saying, quote, "We hold the lead. Let's keep growing it. Be aggressive. This is no time to let up."
Okay, thank you, Allie. It's rebounded by George. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 to open the 4th quarter. Pass to Morris. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
For Memphis, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Adams with a screen on Jackson. Here's Morant. Jackson outside. On the wing, Bain. Shot clock at 5. Here's Morant. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be uneven to Zubac.
Yeah, teams try to get physical with Morant, but he shows exceptional body control off the contact.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Memphis.
They've been slippery getting into the lane all game long, putting that help defense to the test.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. Bain with it. Jackson in his pocket. Jackson against Morris. Jackson, the pass to Brooks. The Clippers grab the miss.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Desmond Bain. That's his first foul of the game.
First team.
3 minutes into the fourth now. Here's Leonard. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. Memphis leading. And here's Morant. Jackson with a screen on Jackson. Morant, the pass to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Ooh, good work defensively by Morris. We'll tie it up. Pass to Zubac. To the paint. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. Leonard's got his 4th assist in this one.
0 rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Leonard against Brooks. Shot misses. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort. Stolen by Bain. Brooks outside. 1:02 left in the fourth. Pass to Jackson. Adams with the ball. Here's Jackson. To the inside. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Moran against Jackson. Outside Moran. Now Adams to stop the drought. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
You know, if you're a center in this league and you're on the floor at the end of games, teams will target you if you can't make free throws.
And he does get the second one. And that gives him a lead.
Unable to knock them all down, but still, he puts them up by 1.
Up top, George. Leonard outside. To take the lead. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go.
And it's critical. Morant steps up in the important points in the game. This is his time to shine.
And he misses the second one as well. So 0 for 2 that time. Here's George. And the jam by George.
George loves delivering when the game is on the line. That is absolute best.
Time called here. The Grizzlies decide to talk it over. They're losing by 1. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Now Morant. It's good!
If the defender is giving him that much space, the points are inevitable.
Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. And so it's the Grizzlies who come out on top here. And this was an emotional win for them. No doubt about it.
Tip-off goes to the Clippers. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. The backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels at the 3 spot. And the foul called on Edwards. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
So it's the Clippers now. Leonard on the wing. McDaniels defending. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And here's Russell. Outside Edwards. Back to Russell. Outside Edwards. Out to Russell to the right side. McDaniels in the post. He's covered by Leonard. Just 4 to shoot. There's Russell with the 3. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles.
And you just look at what Marcus Morris has done in his career.
Well, such a solid forward in the game right now, averaging over double digits in the last 8 years. But it's been that expansion, the fact that he can step behind the three-point line and be as deadly as he's been the past couple seasons. It's been a remarkable, consistent offensive production for his career.
Out to Morris. Shoots the 3. Los Angeles with another miss. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Russell finds Towns. Back to Russell. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. LA's gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And while we've got a moment, I'd send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Tyronn Lue for just a minute. Defensively, he wants his guys to protect the rim and do everything they can to push the offense out to the perimeter. He told me if we can do that, I feel good about our chances. Now, guys, obviously that's a tall order, but he's trying to get his guys to get geeked for the challenge.
Thank you, David.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe, but D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
The Clippers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Leonard against Edwards. Left side, Leonard. The shot, no good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Russell passes to Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Well, he's a gifted passer. This is one of his natural abilities, and the instinct's just showing off from Russell there.
George looking over the floor, and stolen by Russell. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Pass to Towns. A second chance effort. Rebound by the Clippers. Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have. Injuries have been a factor the past couple seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but they're trying to keep this core group of guys together. And, if they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
Here's Russell. Paul George making his last shot. Russell kicks to Towns. Down low, Gobert. And slammed dunk by Gobert.
And how about the quick eyes there from Towns? Finds a hole in the defense and exploits it there with a nice find.
Edwards against George. Outside Jackson. Back to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Good job by Reggie Jackson just finding the shooter and feeding him.
Outside Towns. Out to Russell. Fires for 3. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket. after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
There's 39 seconds left to play here in the first. And that one's good. George.
Well, that three-pointer's got to fire up George and the entire team.
Timberwolves have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Edwards passes to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Feeds it to McDaniels. Out to Russell. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Towns. Tries again. And Gobert with the lay-in. Gobert's got his second bucket of the night.
And using his insane wingspan and athletic frame, Gobert can flat out dominate down low.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Timberwolves ahead. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Minnesota?
And guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. George against Edwards. And the wide open shot from Morris. No good on the 3. It's Gobert with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They lead by 4. Pass to Edwards. And it's sent back by George.
Well, in terms of wing defenders, PG might be in the top 5 in the league.
When you think of backcourt offenses in general, Greg, how critical is ball and player movement to a team's success?
Kevin, unless you have incredible isolation scores, it's essential. Even then, keeping the defense rotating and reacting is the best way to create open looks and offensive rebound opportunities. And when you look at Paul George, I mean, he's been in the middle of a couple monster trades.
Well, PG exchanged for 2 future All-Stars in Sabonis and Oladipo going to Indy. And then that massive trade to L.A., the Thunder got SGA, a boatload of picks. It just shows you how much value Paul George has. And trust me, he's very much valued by the team he's on.
From deep. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start this game.
That consistency from Paul George is staggering. Not a guy you can give looks like that to.
Edwards drives in. A kick out to Town. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Timberwolves trail by 4. McDaniels finds Russell. Now a shot to stop the run. He had told in by Zubac.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throw of the game here. Free throw, no good for Russell.
Line for the Timberwolves, D'Angelo Russell. Shooting 1.
Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. He feeds it to Gobert.
And if he gets looks that cleanly, Gobert becomes unstoppable. He makes good use of his body and just wills himself to a foul.
The Timberwolves shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Now George, he's got 15. Leonard on the wing. And the pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Well, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that. So looking it over. Back to McDaniel. He kicks it to Russell. McDaniel with the ball. Outside Edwards. Three-pointer. Morris with the rebound. Clippers leading by 4. Outside, George. A minute 42 left to play here in the half. And that one hits back iron.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And the dunk by Towns.
And really one of the more mobile bigs in our league. You simply have to account for Towns on the drive.
Outside Leonard. Back to George. The shot, no good. Gobert with the defensive effort. To the inside, Paul George with the steal. Outside Leonard. Outside George. Over Edwards. Leonard dishes to George. Back to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Zubac trying to break loose. And it's Leonard missing.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense, not really a factor.
Towns kicks to Russell. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
There's 25 seconds left in the second quarter. Outside Edwards. Back to Russell. There's the triple. 6 to shoot.
Great work from Reggie. The coaching staff really loves it when he hustles like that on defense.
Outside Leonard. Outside George. Up in time. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen. All right, Dave, thank you. And time.
19. The Timberwolves. 17.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Russell in at the point guard. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves.
And he got a good look at the hands of Covington.
To the left wing, passes it to McLaughlin. Prince outside. Out to the wing. Anderson passes to McLaughlin. Got a hand on it.
Great anticipation. He's racked up a few of those blocks in his career with the two Mavs.
And Wall. Here we go now. And the sweet dunk by Wall.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA? Especially when the slam is coming from the point guard.
Oh, yeah. His teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
Covington with the steal. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Free throw drops for Covington.
An efficient score. Norman Powell can fill it up when given the opportunity.
He does score from anywhere on the floor, but it's defensive versatility that I think really helps him because he can match up with smaller guards. He can get underneath bigger wings, and that defense really allows him to stay on the floor to complement the other offensive players that are producing.
Prince in the corner. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Pass to Noel. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Noel's got his first points in this one.
Anderson has great vision as a point forward. Exceptional court awareness.
Outside, Wall. Dishes to Powell. Takes it out to Covington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the layup's good off the glass. Covington's got the lead back up to 7 now for the Clippers.
Covington will hit threes, but he'll go down low and mix it up a bit too.
Pass to Noel. Back to Anderson. And there's the pass to McLaughlin. This is it to Reed. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. And it's Wall with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. On the top of the key, the rebound by Anderson.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
From down in the low post, it goes.
Well, Slow-Mo has some remarkable handles. A point forward that's got some nifty dribble moves.
Outside, Wall. Kicks it to Powell. Three-pointer. Man passes to Wall. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Batum. Minnesota with the rebound. Left side, Anderson.
Kyle Anderson getting physical with the defense that time. That helps him draw the contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Now here's Wall. Here's Batum. Reed with the block. Here's McLaughlin. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Back to Reed. Another shot, and so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
Timberwolves ball.
Here's Reed. Here's McLaughlin. Clock at 6. Back to Reed. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
For Minnesota, they have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And so he hits both. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. It's George on the wing. 15 points in the game. Los Angeles with another miss.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Prince against Leonard. Out to the right wing. Noel passes to Prince. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. George against Prince. And George, here we go. And the basket is good. He's got a chance here for one more at the line.
So the early years when Paul George came into the league with the Pacers, you wondered how his frame would fill out. It's filled out nicely.
On the free throw, no good. Here's McDaniels. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Clippers lead by 3. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Clippers leading by 3. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the 1. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And it's George finishing it off.
George playing with purpose, and he is in attack mode.
Russell against Jackson. And slam dunk by Gobert.
It's unblockable unless they can get a bigger man on him. Gotta learn your lesson.
Outside, George. And it's Leonard at the elbow. And the foul called on Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Leonard inside, working on McDaniels. 4 on the clock. Here's George. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. And that's 21 points for George. Jackson against Russell. Outside Edwards. Over George. Second shot opportunity. Edwards, that's good.
An agile move off the contact by Edwards, getting to his shot despite the difficult defense.
And here's George. Outside for Jackson. Traps in the tray. Jackson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, the defense wasn't ready for Jackson to pull that quick one.
McDaniels passes to Edwards. Out left of the wing. Towns finds Edwards. Morris with the block.
And a rare block shot from Morris. Anticipates the move and just times it out perfectly.
Outside Leonard. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Russell against Jackson. Here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
It's Gobert showing some guts on that one. With that length, a good bet to get off a good look in that crucial moment.
Outside, George. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
What a great option he gives them on every possession.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Clippers.
I think they put an emphasis on attacking the basket, and watching this, you can see why. They have just carved the defense up here with relative ease.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want and continuing to take advantage of that 3-point line.
Back to Leonard. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. We've got 1:28 left here in the fourth quarter. Leonard dishes to George. Shot clock at 6. To the paint, Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
You look at the career of Paul George, and it's those passing numbers that have greatly improved. He's an effective playmaker.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And the 3 ball is good.
And he is built to be the man for this team. Edwards answering the bell and executing.
59 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Leonard looking over the floor. In the corner, George with it. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot. Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure
you don't give him too good of a look.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play.
Well, that'll ISO right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
And it's Towns penetrating. And the rejection by Zubac. It's George on the wing. He's guarded by Russell. Outside Jackson. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. So the Clippers winning this one easily. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
We expect this one to be intense, with two very athletic teams giving their all to capture the win card.
And they both like to play a very fast-paced, energetic game, running hard, trying to score easy buckets, and that will lend itself to the conditioning level perhaps being the difference in who comes out on top.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves, the backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 spot. You can tell how much these fans here in Memphis love their Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean, B.A., ever since they moved here in 2001, these fans have been so loyal. And the players are also enjoy playing here. Memphis is a fun-loving city with great barbecue and a lot of character.
Now here's Moran. Just 5 to shoot. Brooks from outside. Towns with a rebound.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
Edwards against Bain. Edwards, the pass to McDaniels. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Moran against Russell. Oh, there's Moran with the slam.
The quick feed of Moran. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
Outside McDaniels. Pass to Towns. Back to Daniels. Jackson against Towns. Shot clock at 6. Here's McDaniels. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns.
Towns showing you his unselfishness there, willing to give up the rock if his teammate has something a little better.
Outside Bain. Kicks it out to Jackson. Moran against Russell. And it's Moran off the drive. And stolen by Gobert. And now the T-Wolves on the break. And he's going for the oop here. Stolen by Bain. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And then Moran with the jam.
It's an amazing play down in the big boy area, powering that thing down on a much taller defender.
Back to Edwards. Russell, the pass to Edwards. Now Towns. Outside Russell. 5 on the clock. Pass to Gobert. And stolen by Moran. Brooks against McDaniels. Up top Moran. From downtown. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns.
You know, when he referred to himself as the greatest big man shooter of all time, Karl Anthony Towns certainly raised some eyebrows and sparked some debate in the NBA fraternity.
Now here's Russell. Edwards for 3. Here's Gobert. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
I love the ferocity from Gobert. Snagging that board and getting the putback, he wasn't going to be denied.
Brooks against McDaniels. Outside Moran. Let's go with a 3. Sinks the tray. Moran's got 7 points in the game. You know, with Towns, there's no doubt he's a lethal shooter from downtown.
Well, the numbers don't lie, man. This guy, B.A., has been around 50, 40, and 80 throughout his career. 50% field goals, 40% 3, and 80% free throws. Tell me how many big guys can match up with those numbers. Very few.
Gobert. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
The length of Gobert is a problem for any defense. And of course, he uses it so well to draw contact while shooting.
And so Gobert nails both of them.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
Now here's Jackson. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Clock at 6. Here's Moran. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
I mean, just an agile move by Moran down low, working around the contact and getting it to go.
It's McDaniels on the wing. Pass to Gobert. Towns with the ball. Back to Gobert. And we're going to have a jump ball.
The call on the floor is a jump ball.
Six to shoot. Towns passes to Russell. From deep. That shot is off. Now Memphis takes it the other way. 32 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Bain into the lane. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
First free throw is good.
At the line for Desmond Bain. At the line.
And Bain drops them both.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside. It's Edwards on the wing. Down low. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
This is why Gobert shoots a high percentage, because he looks to finish with strength inside.
Pass to Bain. Back to Morant. It'll count. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force.
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies youth dance team.
Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Memphis.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
Bain and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. They get it back. Outside Bain for three. Outside for Brooks. Jackson, the pass to Brooks. And another miss by Memphis. The Timberwolves trail. Pass to Gobert. Towns with the ball. Back to Gobert. Here's Towns. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team.
Here's Russell. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Jaren Jackson picks one up.
You know, Russell's known for his scoring ability, but I like the fact that he's eager and hungry to continue to improve. You know, when D'Angelo Russell came into the league, he was really primarily seen as a point guard, and that's what I like most about him, his vision and his passing ability. But he's actually changed that image and impression over time.
Now here's Jackson. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Adams. And it's slammed in by Adams.
Offense has been hard to come by so far. A much-needed bucket right there.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle, to say the least, partner. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket. Finally.
And here's Edwards outside. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 6 rebounds in the game. The evolution of D'Lo has been interesting to watch, Clark. I like how he's been willing to play whatever position asked of him.
Yeah, B.A., I like that too. And he said it before himself that he prefers playing shooting guard. But I tell you what, he also looks very comfortable running the offense too.
Shot clock at 3. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Timberwolves. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Pass to Edwards. And there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul of the game.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Edwards, the pass to Gobert. To the middle. Outside for Russell. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Woo! B.A., that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
Now here's McDaniels. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2. And legacies are defined in the playoffs. Game to game, what's the measure of greatness for a star player in your mind, Grant?
Well, B.A., I think it's all about consistency. The great ones in this league historically bring it every night. They may have a bad game here or there, but for the most part, the energy, the effort, and the consistency is always there.
Now here's McDaniels. Double team on Towns. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim, just couldn't capitalize. Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And the jam by Gobert.
An awesome athlete. It's fun watching Gobert get up and hammer it down with force.
Outside Bain. Back to Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Inside, McDaniels with it. He's picked up by Adams. And here's Edwards outside. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Bain, the pass to Brooks. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. McDaniels inside. Brooks defending. Towns on a screen. Right wing. And here's Edwards outside. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns.
3 points.
Towns has got 3 assists tonight.
You know, Edwards is still tweaking his three-point shot, but it sure looked good there.
Outside Morant. With 4 on the clock. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, PA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand.
And so it's Memphis up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. More NBA. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. Kyle Anderson is out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Jordan McLaughlin. Then it's Jalen Noel. And it's Prince in at the 3, small forward. Outside, Green. 6 on the shot clock. Jones from outside. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Yeah, they call him Dancing Danny Green, and you can see why. Excellent offensive instincts there. When you take a look at the former second-round pick, Danny Green, he's done a really nice job carving out a lengthy career in the league.
Outside Jones. Here's Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Pass to Williams. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And for years, Green has proven he can be counted on. He's a key piece on some title teams.
Yeah, he's got multiple championship rings to vouch for that, to speak to that. I mean, he's the definition of a 3-and-D swingman. Actually, may have been one of the guys that were looked at in creating that definition if you go back several years. He's provided lockdown defense wherever he's been and timely shot making, too.
Pass to McLaughlin. Over to the wing. Will it go? Prince can't hit.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
Williams passes to Jones. Left side, Green. There's the triple. Sends it home from three-point land. And the Grizzlies lead by 18.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
To the paint. Reed. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That's on Brandon Clark. You know, Naz Reid initially went undrafted in 2019.
Hey, DA, that happens to plenty of talented guys. The NBA is a hard league, and a lot of good players have to sometimes go through things to make it. Luckily, systems like the G League give players like Naz Reid an opportunity to grow and go there. So you keep growing like Reid did, and eventually you might find yourself in the NBA.
The Grizzlies have gotten 3 or 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's Williams. Outside Jones. Green for 3. That one no good. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Pass to Prince. Here's Noel. A shot to stop the drought. And it's blocked by Clark. Green, the pass to Williams. The layup misses. The Timberwolves have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Outside, Anderson. 1:51 left in the third quarter. And it's blocked by Clark. And he gets it back. Memphis has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Outside Jones. Pass to Conchar. Puts up a 3. Reid with the rebound.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Here's Anderson, and finished off by Anderson.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points.
A lot of bounceability there, guys. I mean, well above the rim. That's what makes him dangerous.
Minnesota foul. Joining the basket. First personal foul. Second team foul.
51 seconds left in the third quarter. Back to Williams. Pass to Clark. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Clock at 2. Conchar can't hit. For Minnesota, they've gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. Here's McLaughlin. Banked it in off the glass. McLaughlin's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Outside Jones. Pass to Williams. Now here's Green. Outside Williams. Outside Jones. 3-pointer. Minnesota with a rebound. Here's Noel. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. They're showing him. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession in this way. True team basketball.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Moran and Payne in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the 5, down low. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Outside Edwards. Back to Russell. The kick out to Edwards. McDaniels from long range. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Jackson for 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves shooting just 38%. Their offense not where they want to be. And Gobert with the stuff.
Capable of finding his open guys. Edwards getting better at improving his overall floor awareness. Nice to see.
Moran against Russell. Adams. And it's slammed in by Adams.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Pass to Gobert. With the crossover. And Gobert with the stuff.
You have to love what Gobert is doing on the offensive end so far, staying active and finding lots of ways to contribute.
From deep, Bane. That shot, no good. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. It's Edwards on the wing, guarded by Bane. Releases. Here's McDaniels, and he battles for the ball, gets the second chance bucket.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Those are free points you're giving away. Got to work harder on the glass.
Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in the zone, he stays aggressive.
Pass to Edwards. Outside McDaniels. The three is up. The Grizzlies pull it in. They led by as many as 18. Back to Russell. And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating them to the spot. Well done.
And what a phenomenal replay of that impressive rejection.
Reads the play well there and gets himself in the air at just the right time. Terrific denial.
Jackson, pass to Morant. The three from Bane. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Morant's got his fourth assist in this one.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Here's McDaniels, and he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
Ja Morant picks one up. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
And, you know, they've done a fantastic job scoring inside as a result, finding plenty of opportunities to cash in near the hoop.
Brooks finds Adams.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
There's a minute 47 left to play in the fourth quarter. Pass to Bane. Now here's Jackson, covered by Towns. 4 on the clock. From deep, Bane. Minnesota with a rebound. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Grizzlies.
And it seemed like steals ended up making the difference in this game.
No question. Their ability to force mistakes and turn them into points gave them an upper hand tonight.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Ja Morant.
The scoring effort from him, unreal. Carrying this team. I mean, he was amazing tonight.
Pass to Towns. And here's McDaniels. From downtown, the rebound by Jackson. The Grizzlies have gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth. Fires the 3, and Gobert with a block.
And just a top-tier shot blocker in the league. Gobert's massive wingspan is a huge reason why he wipes away all those shots.
McDaniels from long range. Second chance effort. Pass to Towns. Lets it go from deep. Drills it from deep.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance.
They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
Morant, no good. Morant against Russell. Towns with the ball. Takes a 3. Not going to go that time. And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin. A clean win. And what?
pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the 1.
We saw glimpses of John Morant's potential in his first 2 seasons in the league. But year 3, both Ja and Memphis took it to another level.
Now here's Morant. Fires from deep. On the wing, Bain. Jackson kicks to Morant. Shot clock at 5. And Morant throws it down.
We'd love to see that kind of elevation from your point guard. John Morant's a reliable finisher.
Another level indeed for John Morant, his 3rd season, Smitty, in the NBA. And now he has joined the conversation for MVP.
Kevin, that scoring average well over 25 points per game. Morant is the leader of Memphis. The Grizz finishing in the top 3 of the West. Incredible for a 22-year-old.
Brooks misses. Here's the Clippers. Here's Leonard driving the lane, and he uses the glass on the layup.
On his drives, Kawhi can be just devastating, completely overwhelming the D.
Morant with it, guarded now by Morris. Jackson passes to Brooks. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And part of the Grizzlies' breakout 21-22 campaign, the emergence of Jaren Jackson Jr.
Triple J, GA, missed most of the 2021 season with a knee injury he sustained in the bubble. When he was back at 100% for the Grizz, he provided serious rim protection, plus the ability to hit a 3.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Morant kicks to Jackson. Out to Morant from the arc. Here's Adams. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Here's George, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Jaren Jackson.
Good luck containing Paul George on the drive. He's one of the more fluid wings in the league.
This is his first free throw of the game. Good on both.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Morant looking around. That one, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Outside Leonard. Goes up on the wing. That one a little long.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
Morant passes to Brooks. Bain against George. Leonard with the steal. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Great vision on that pass. Kawhi moving it to the open teammate.
Morant against Jackson. Morant passes to Bain. Brooks with no one around. Nailed from 3-point land.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside, George for the 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
That last 3 must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer.
Now here's Morant. Jackson has the open look. The offensive rebound. Here's Adams back to Morant. And he gets it to go from the corner. Morant's got his second bucket tonight.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Here's Morant. Paul George making his last shot. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. 1:12 left here in the first quarter. Here's Morant, and he banks in the layup. Morant's got his third basket of the night right there.
What body control from Morant. Able to take the hit and power through it all.
Outside, George. Over Bain. That one wide left.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Morris with the block.
And a rare block shot from Morris. Anticipates the move and just times it out perfectly.
Now here's Leonard. Following the miss by John Morant. Outside Leonard. Clock at 4. The Grizzlies pull it in. Morant outside. Deflects the pass. Lets the three fly. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Clippers on top.
On your feet, fans.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And it's Adams in at the center. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And George with the stuff.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping ability. Paul George is well versed in finishing above the rim.
Payton for three. Good, and a nice assist for Morant. And it's a tie ball game. And this league has plenty of guys who can take over a game at any time. But, Steve, how fun is it to have a team with multiple threats and on any given night?
Well, it's really, Kevin, unfair because you have two guys that can get it going. And for the defense and the other team, that is hard to contend with. Nice retort by Reggie Jackson. He's one of those guys you don't want to let him get hot.
Morant finds Jackson. Brooks outside. And there's a whistle. It goes on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Outside, George. Inside, Zubac. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Zubac has got the lead up to 5 now for Los Angeles. Up top, Morant. Guarded by Jackson. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. Outside Jackson. Pass to Bain. On the wing, Brooks. Clock is at 3. Back to Bain. Launches it. And he recovers it. Pass to Morant. Outside for Jackson. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
This is a big part of Jackson's game. It isn't the best looking shot, but it's deadly.
George looking over the floor. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Leonard against Brooks. 6 on the shot clock. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Left side, Bain. Brooks from outside. Morris with the rebound. Clippers leading by 4.
And Kawhi Leonard with multiple finals MVPs, putting him in elite company.
GA, not many guys have done it ever. The only other current players, KD and LeBron. That should tell you just how special the Claw is.
To the inside. Here's Jackson. That one off the back iron and out. Clippers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Brooks against Leonard. He makes that one drop. Only a second, 5 tries.
So many tools in the bag for Kawhi. Foul line down. He's very hard to stop.
Payne kicks to Morant. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And it's Brooks in the corner. Off target with his 3. Clippers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. And George, here we go. Here's Morris. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists tonight.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Morant outside. And he drops it in from the low post. Morant's got 8 points.
Look how Ja just glides through the contact. He's such a nimble player.
Leonard with no one around. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
They've had better patience, better shot selection so far, but we still have a long way to go.
Pass to George. Leonard against Brooks. Leonard the pass to George. Over Bane. Here's Leonard. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Bane looking around. Over to the left wing. Adams with the screen on Jackson. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. For those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Wall and Powell are the guard set. Batuma's out there with Robert Covington, and it's man in at the small forward. Jones. No good from Clark.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Wall up top, guarded by Green. Green with the rebound. Wall with the steal. Outside, Covington. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Covington's got the lead up to 14 now for Los Angeles. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated. Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
And the shot is good. Wall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's too close. When Wall gets a shot that deep inside, it is almost automatic. And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action, bought out by the Rockets, and he signs with the Clippers. If he can get back to where he was, that's a huge deal for the Clippers. Could serve as a deadly third option for LA. And not only does he get all the way to the rim in traffic, but how about he goes to the reverse?
You got to be kidding me. That was awesome. It's good. Wall's got 6 points.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
Here's Conchar. The kick out to Williams. Lets it go with the three. No good on that one. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. All with it. Now Green defending. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Jones. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Here's Conchar. The Clippers grab the miss. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Wall dishes to Batum. And Nicholas Batum with the slam.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
Williams kicks to Jones. The kick out to Williams. The feed to Clark. 6 to shoot. The pass to Conchar. The three. And it's rebounded by Covington. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. The Grizzlies trail by 16. Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. And that one is good. Jones has got his second bucket of the night.
Excellent timing on that play and a wonderful pass.
Wall against Jones. Outside, Wall. Here's Batum. And good. Coming off the assist by Wall.
That kind of defense isn't going to stop Nicholas Batum. He pushes through the contact.
Jones against Wall. Right side, Williams. Can't hit that one. Good D by Covington. Wall against Jones. Wall, no luck. Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Green, the pass to Clark. Banked in off the glass. Clark's got 4 this quarter.
The veteran presence of Danny Green keeping his eyes up, finding his teammate wide open.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Wall looking it over. Yep, that one goes in there. Wall's got 8 points.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
No block shot. Bank shot. No good. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Williams is out there with Green. Then it's Tyus Jones. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Conchar into the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Outside, George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
And he sinks the second. The Grizzlies trail by 15. Morant outside. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. It's his 5th basket.
It breaks down your defense when Ja Morant gets in the lane. You want to force him outside.
Brooks against Leonard. On the wing, Morris. Jackson down low. A 3 from Leonard. Zubac. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Morant passes to Jackson. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. Leonard with the steal.
That was slick right there. Great timing to come up with that.
Clippers leading by 15. A steal. Here's Brooks. He gets hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Jackson against Morant. And here's George for 3. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Back to Jackson. And Memphis turns it over again.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
Second minute off the clock now in the 4th. Outside Leonard. Outside for George. Back to Leonard. Pass to Jackson. Outside Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. From past the arc. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got 6 rebounds in the game. And it's sent back by Morris. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Long range from the inbound. Good on that shot. With that, the Los Angeles Leafs cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Morant. George with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Morris outside. Jackson against George. Outside for Jackson. Clock at 6. Leonard the pass to Morris. The Clippers get another chance here. Pass to Jackson. Tries the spin move.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And that one's good. George.
Nice recognition from Paul George there. Understanding the shot clock situation and cashing in.
Here's Morant. A shot off that time. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Clippers leading by 14. Outside, George. A three-pointer, no good. And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They've only given up 5 points here in the 4th quarter. And Brooks gets it to go.
If you were as strong as Brooks, you'd also be aggressive inside.
Outside, George fires the 3. And it's George again missing.
And I thought that was going to drive. Looked good from here.
Brooks outside. There's Jackson with the 3. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Clippers.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for George.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
Leonard against Brooks. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's George on the wing. Outside Jackson, beyond the arc. The Grizzlies pull it in. Morant outside. Drops in the layup for two.
Man, oh man, one of the more advanced ball handlers we've ever seen at his age. Ja Morant has people on skates.
So it's Los Angeles winning. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.